Genndy Tartakovsky is a very excellent filmmaker in animation. I mean, if you haven't recognized that name, you can thank him for Samurai Jack, Symbiotic Titan. I'm pretty sure he also did Primal. You can tell by his very 70s comic book art style, how he does beautiful, fast action, and yeah, like a good animator, he doesn't depend on a lot of dialogue. Why do I say that? Because animation is just the illustration of movement. And even though his are, very fast or very minimal, he just does them with such great effect. You really feel the atmosphere of it. Yeah. Yeah, he gave a lot of substance in my childhood. There are a couple of things I have not seen by him that are on my list. I haven't watched Primal. I haven't seen the last Samurai Jack season. I'm scared. But now I am going to watch his adult animated feature, Fixed. Let's see. Am I excited about this? Well, for the person behind it, yes. Oh God. It comes off as a comedy, and I don't really associate comedy with Mr. Genndy. I don't. I think of him more as, quiet, contemplative, action hero-y sort of stuff. So this is a different genre. House Transfania's humor was pretty stupid, so I'm really hoping not for that. But I have a lot of prejudice against adult animated stuff, mostly because they always depend on being as nasty as possible, instead of being witty, or, I don't know, just simply funny. Yeah. Also, the premise of this movie, apparently it's about a dog who's about to be neutered, so he wants to have his last night of fun. It makes me miss the Fox animated series Housebroken so much. Years later, I will show those first 2 seasons, and only 2 seasons, to friends, and they're like, the more I watch this, the more I love it, because it was very, very funny. Yes, it was made for a select kind of people who just like animals and work with pets, so they just, can apply more of that humor, which I guess makes Fixed a little bit more of a made-for-me kind of movie. But I'm still just so upset that Housebroken was canceled. I wish there was something left after it. I mean, a lot of its jokes were based off of, common animal threads and personality traits that they either were, subverting or owning so hard. It really made you feel like the animals were talking, not just people, pretending to be animals, like in other anthropomorphic series. Both are fine, but I really like, really going into it. Like when you watch 101 Dalmatians and the dogs call the humans their pets, and it's audacious, but it's said so casually, you just fall into it so easily. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm nervous. I'm truly, truly nervous for this just being a huge waste of time. I mean, the talent, the director behind it, great legacy. The voice actors behind the characters, all really funny, really cool people. Best cast you can get in the 2020s, in my opinion. So there's good elements to it, but I just want to say, anyone who watches this movie needs to also give Housebroken a chance, because Housebroken was hilarious. I stand by that.
An hour and 40 minutes later.
Okay, so what I expected Fixed to be was exactly what it turned out to be. Nasty, raunchy, not very funny, pretty basic. Honestly, the biggest twist to me was that the boxer was the most intelligent and well-mannered of the group. Boxers are goofballs, it's the whole bully breed. They're built for muscles, not brains, but they're sweet, because all dogs are sweet. I will say, though, this movie, despite me not liking the plot or the characters very much, the animation was spectacular. Oh my goodness. Traditional 2D animation, oh God, the way it was so bouncy and fluid and ew. Oh God. Lord have mercy. The visuals. Ugh, gross. I will also say, eh. The animation, though, was very, Golden Age Looney Tunes with your Chuck Jones and Tex Avery. And yes, I saw some classic Disney stuff like Lady and the Tramp and 101 Dalmatians, like parallels on certain little scenes. But no, that didn't make it better. No. I didn't like the story. No. I do think it's a little funny that they tried to insult one dog by saying he was a golden doodle. Yeah. But for the most part, ugh. Forgettable storyline. God, at one point they tried to have a queer love story that was sweet, and then they did a queer act that was awful, so yeah, it negates the first good thing, so bleh. It's upsetting. So, yep. If I think about it, Housebroken did get somewhat nasty once in a while, but I will say I appreciate it for having different species be friends. Like, the whole cats versus dog thing, so cliche. At least there were, like, cat and dog friends. I understand that the cats and dogs want to separate because, different goals. But no, they found respect between each other. In Housebroken, not in this. So, yeah, if you want to see some excellent animation and character designs, like that Afghan, her swirls were pretty. The fact that the main dog looked so much like Doug from Up was so annoying to me because it kept reminding me, how honestly Doug wasn't a huge character. He was more of just the easiest plush to ever sell. But being a dog, you can't help but love him. I did not love this dog, even though I think Adam Devine is a perfectly good actor. But yeah, you can watch it for its beautiful animation. Like, oh goodness, I cannot emphasize the way they animated the mouths while the characters were talking and made up for the terrible dialogue. Just how well and inventive, like, the way the faces were, like, constructed and, like, fleshing out. Ugh, so good. But no, if you have anything else to do, even if you love dogs, this movie cannot be loved. I can't. Seriously, if you have anything else to do, do that instead.